episode of I Want That Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the men's silicone ring from Qalo. Now these retail on their website for $19.99. They're advertised as being so much more than just a rubber ring. They provide a safe, functional alternative to traditional metal wedding bands. They're mostly marketed towards people who work in mechanics or with machinery or things like that. Basically in professions where a standard wedding ring could mean trouble if you get it caught in something. Now for features on it, the dimensions of this one are 0.87 centimeters wide by 0.15 centimeters thick. It has a tensile strength that will handle up to 19 pounds of force before it breaks. Elongation is around 489%. It is non-conductive, non-porous, and patent pending. Now for my initial impressions, when I received it, it came in a plastic envelope, and then inside of that envelope you have this fabric zippered pouch. Now basically you just unzip that, and inside this pouch is your ring. Now, pulled it out of the package, and the first thing I thought was it's very simple. There's not a lot to it. It really is just a silicone band. So what I did was I took my standard wedding ring, moved it over to my right hand, and went ahead and put this one on. Now, it did fit pretty tight. That's something that we'll talk about here in a minute. But right off the bat, I noticed that it picked up a lot of dust and dirt. Like, it was picking up lint off my clothes, and it looked kind of a gray color because of how much stuff it was picking up. So that was something that I was a little bit concerned about. And I did notice also that around the seams, the edges and stuff like that, it seemed like there was still a little bit of flashing on it from where it had been removed from the mold. As far as use goes, like wearing this day in and day out, I've been wearing this for a couple weeks now, and like I said before, when I first put it on, it was a little tight, it was a little uncomfortable. I didn't really care for the way it felt. It turns out it was too small. I had the wrong size. So I got in touch with Qalo, and they went ahead and replaced it with the next size up. After going to that, it does work a lot better. It doesn't breathe very well, so what'll happen is the skin underneath the ring will chap and peel a little bit from time to time. I don't know how well you can see that there, but you can see that the skin on the side of my finger has peeled just a little bit. It's not anything that causes any discomfort, but it's probably just something getting used to a different ring. Once I got the right size and I started wearing it, like I said, I've been wearing it for a couple weeks now, and you really forget that it's there. It's incredibly comfortable, and it flexes with your hand a lot more than a standard wedding ring. So when you wear a standard ring, you can feel it constantly. There's some additional weight there, and it's unforgiving, where the Qalo ring will actually flex with your hand and things like that. So it's really easy to forget that it's there. One thing that I noticed with it was I tend to have a habit, if I'm bored or if I'm sitting around, I'll reach over and I'll grab my wedding ring and I will just rotate it on my hand. I'll just kind of spin it on my finger. It actually kind of broke that habit for me because I reached for it to do that, and because that ring doesn't maintain a solid shape, it just flexed to my finger and it didn't really want to spin. So that was something that was kind of interesting about it. I also discovered that after wearing it for a while, it seems to pick up some of the oil off your skin or something like that, and it doesn't pull up as much dirt and lint. After wearing it for a while, I noticed that that film that it picked up immediately when I first got it went away, and it did return back to its black color. And it's been very comfortable, it looks very nice, and I've been pretty pleased with it. So for likes on it, I really like the price. This retails for $19.99. It's pretty affordable. It's definitely going to be less expensive than a precious metals ring or something like that. I really like the safety factor on it. I like the fact that if something should happen, you work with machinery or whatever, and this gets hung up on something, you're not going to deglove your finger, you're not going to lose a finger because of that, you're not going to have to worry about your finger swelling up and you've got a metal band that you can't get off. I really like the safety aspect of it, and comfort. I really like how comfortable it is. As I said earlier, you really forget that it's there, and it works well for all day wear. For dislikes, I really didn't like that weird stickiness that it had when it was new. That was something that bugged me, but obviously that passed in probably the first week. So once that was passed, and since I've worn it then, I've loved it. I had some issues at first with it being too tight, but obviously that was because it was the wrong size. So besides that, I really don't have any dislikes. I am going to go ahead and give it a solid 5 out of 5 stars. I think it's a great product. I think it's a great price, and it works great for those of us that want to be outdoors and not have to worry about a precious metal ring, or work on cars and not have to worry about getting it stuck on things or things like that. So it's a fantastic idea for something like that. I'll go ahead and include a link to their website and Facebook page in the description below. As always, thanks so much for watching. We did just hit our 2,000 subscriber mark, so thank you so much for being part of that. But thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for stopping in, and please just keep checking back on a weekly basis for more reviews of awesome products just like this one that'll make you say, I want that.